Welcome to Keep It Electric with Tremayne Person, episode 11, brought to you by Sonic Shore. At the time of this recording, it is Tuesday morning, June the 20th. The Seattle Mariners are coming off another series dub, moving their record to 35 wins and 35 losses. Fourth place in the AL West, 9 games behind the 45 and 27 Texas Rangers. We're 3 games out of the wild card spot, so we got that going for us. And don't look now. The Cincinnati Reds are in first place in the NL Central. If they can figure it out, we can figure it out too. The Mariners won 2 out of 3 games over the Chicago White Sox, even though we were left wondering who in the world is Zach Remillard. And how did Lance Lynn strike out 16 Mariners in Game 3? But let's just start with Game 1. That was a 3-2 win. Bryan Woo was excellent. Final line for Woo, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks. Bryan Woo looked good. He looks like he's figuring his stuff out. Shook off those nerves. He'll be in New York soon, pitching against the Yankees, and that might be a little difficult for him, but this was a really good win for Bryan Woo. Teoscar Hernandez hit a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 7th, giving us the 3-2 lead. Munoz and Sewald both had clean innings, with Sewald getting awarded the save. Brash was awarded the win. Game 2. Now, this was interesting. Top of the 3rd in this game, Luis Robert pops up a routine foul ball that turned into a double play. Ty France catches the ball. They double up Tim Anderson. And I was just wondering, what in the world was Tim Anderson doing? I mean, he was on another planet during that play. We return to the bottom of the 3rd. Tim Anderson is no longer in the game due to shoulder soreness. I don't know when he hurt his shoulder on that play. He didn't slide. This is insert Zach Remillard. Who in the world is Zach Remillard? Well, he proceeds to go 3 for 3 in his major league debut. Ties the game in the 9th, then proceeds to drive in the game-winning run in the top of the 11th. And we're all left wondering, who is this guy? He's a 8-year veteran, spent his entire career in the minors, makes his debut off of a quote-unquote injury. Tim Anderson has got a lot going on, apparently. On the field and off the field, the guy seems to be in his head. So it didn't help that Zach Remillard comes in and actually plays really well. Don't know when we'll see Tim Anderson again, if it's even going to be in a White Sox uniform. We probably will, but the guy's got so much talent. Either way, Tim Anderson losing his mind on the base paths ended up being the best thing that happened for the White Sox in this game. Zach Remillard wins this game for them. Game 3, rubber match. Bryce Miller got the win in a fantastic outing that was kind of overshadowed by Lance Lynn, who racked up 16 strikeouts against the Mariners and got removed from the game in the bottom of the 8th after Colton Wong, of all people, bunted safely to get on first base. Get on first base. This game was interesting because Lance Lynn looked phenomenal, Bryce Miller looked phenomenal, and we win this game from situational hitting, which is a new concept, apparently. Situational hitting was the Mariners' friend throughout this game, as Lynn didn't really allow much. A 3-run triple from Jared Kelenic broke the game open in the bottom of the 8th, with Ty Adcock closing out the game with a 5-1 victory for the Mariners. Final line for Bryce Miller in a winning effort, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Story coming out of this series: a bunch of White Sox veterans want out. Guess that'll happen to you when you play Seattle. The Mariners start a 3-game series today in New York against the Yankees, who are third place in the AL East with 39 wins and 33 losses. Tonight, George Kirby has the pleasure of dealing opposite the Yankees ace, Garrett Cole, who's flashing a 7-1 record and a 2.75 ERA. Cole is a phenomenal pitcher, coming off of 3 consecutive quality starts, allowing 2 runs or less in all 3 of those starts, all in the month of June. Highly efficient in all of them, so the Mariners are going to want to come correct in this one. Kirby pitching close to home. I think he's going to bring the heat. We're due for a really entertaining series. Last time the Mariners were in New York, we got the best of them. It's a hitters-friendly park. We got the pop. I think we could come away with a win. We got Castillo and Brian Wu projected to start the other 2 games in this series. Yankees took one away from us when they came here. I think it's time for us to get them back. I think this would be our 3rd series win if we can get this one from them. It's June 20th, which means we have 2 more days to cast all-star votes 5 times a day in Phase 1. Don't forget to cast your votes for these Mariners, people. Follow the Instagram page at Keep It Electric. Email me at keepitelectric@gmail.com. Tune into this series. It's going to be a good one. Keep it electric. Go Mariners.